Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Editorial reading and analysis series presenting by Addiction. I'm small suggestion for you all. Whenever you are reading any article or anything, you just read loud so that you'll be involved in that article or in that book, so that in another way you will be knowing about your pronunciation as well as the sound, your voice, that's sweetest voice. So better read loud. Under pictorial primer, we'll see the most relevant pictures for the today's article. Pfizer, the first vaccine which is approved in USA for COVID-19. It's a title of this vaccine is BNT162B2, and it's also RNA based vaccine. And Moderna, it's also American biotechnology company which is also prepared and produced vaccine based on mRNA only. That's mRNA 1273 candidate. These two vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna, are requiring the ultra low temperature for storage and transport. And these two vaccines, along with the AstraZeneca, one Covishield developed by University of Oxford and AstraZeneca biotech company, funded by Serum Institute of India. These three vaccines are approved in the UK for emergency use. And the job is nothing but vaccination process, shot. That's what is a job. And the second dose. And Covaxin, developed with the Bharat Biotech Hyderabad, collaborating with the ICMR. In India, for emergency use, Covishield or Serum Institute of India and Covaxin and Pfizer have applied, but as of now, Covishield and Covaxin only presented the data for reviewing and to permit the usage of the vaccine in India. Right now, Covishield and Covaxin, both of them are permitted to use in India on emergency grounds. The today's article title is The Second Dose on COVID-19 Vaccine. So this is what is important for the today, because they are looking about the second dose. Right. With the UK regulator granting an emergency use authorization for AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine on December 30th. Three vaccines have now been greenlighted for use even before full approval is granted. Unlike the mRNA vaccines platform of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, AstraZeneca uses a weakened version of common cold virus, that's a adenovirus, that carries the genetic material of the spike protein to elicit an immune response, requiring only 2 to 8 degrees centigrade for the transport, storage. It can be administered in existing healthcare settings, allowing rapid deployment. Together with the cost, which is much cheaper than mRNA vaccines, this is particularly critical to help end the pandemic in the global south. The emergency use approval makes it easier for similar assent to the vaccines tested and manufactured in India. However, the European Medicine Agency on the same day clearly said the additional scientific information on issues related to quality, safety, and efficacy of the vaccine is deemed necessary to give similar nod. While published results shows only 62% efficacy when two full-strength doses are administered 4 weeks apart. The UK regulator has relied on unpublished data showing efficacy increasing to 73% 22 days after the first dose when the second jab was delayed. Most of the participants in the phase 3 trial in the UK, included in the primary analysis, received the second dose more than 9 weeks after the first. Based on this information, the regulator has permitted the second dose to be administered 4 to 12 weeks of the uh, 4 to 12 weeks after the first jab. The intent is to maximize the vaccine benefits by stretching the time between two doses to allow more people to get vaccinated, an untested strategy to rapidly but partially protects more individuals who are at risk. With the virus running amok, the UK has revised its policy to delay the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine to despite of no trial data to support this. Second Pfizer jab is originally scheduled 3 weeks after the first, while the regulator says there is a 89% short-term protection from the day 14 after the first dose. Pfizer insists that there is no data to demonstrate that protection after the first dose is sustained beyond 21 days. Two, days, two doses of the vaccines complete the course and prolong the duration of protection. If the pandemic forced scientists, companies, and regulators to quickly make available and available, safe and efficacious COVID-19 vaccines, delaying the second dose to maximize the benefits is altogether a new strategy. The untested approach might probably appropriate for the UK, which is facing the brunt of the virus as the desperate measure. Since delaying the second dose appears to be increasing the efficacy and as the UK has approved a delayed second dose. India should carry out large trials to test this. This is all about reading. In general, in general, if you see the vaccinations, there are two doses will be given, especially if you say polio, first dose and second dose. First dose is and followed by the booster dose. When you give first dose, when you give first dose and second dose in a with a gap, and you have permanent or lifetime memory or lifetime protection from the particular disease, but it is a general practice. But what is today's need of hour is when an AstraZeneca first dose results shows that there would be a 73% of protection, partial protection after 22 days of administration. It indicates that if you give first dose, that is more going to give partial protection to the people from the virus. So if at all the government wants to give two doses, for example, you see in India case, we are 130 crores people. Two doses mean 230 crores. If a company prepares 5 crores per month, means it requires 25 months to meet the requirement, that's 230 crore doses of vaccine, right? Similarly, why second dose is getting the UK is delaying the second dose administration because in the first dose is given and they can give the second dose in the 4 to 9 weeks, right? Or 4 to 12 weeks, say. So in that gap, they can enroll the more people so that the more would get advantage of the vaccine, not advantage, and they are getting the partial immunity from the vaccine. So they can avoid the infection for the more people with the single dose. So single dose they're preferring, so that the more they can go for the all the people who are living in the country for one round, then followed by the second round, so that uh, they'll get the permanent memory as well as permanent immunity. So, but this is an untested one. This strategy is untested, but there's information, but that information is not confirmed. But they are relying on the the information, and they want to go with the first dose, and they want to delay the second dose. So first dose for all, that's the first priority. A second dose will be coming for the next. So first dose will be the partial protection, and second dose will be permanent or lifetime immunity. This is all from my side. So thank you all for listening, and if at all like it, you just leave a comment. And if you have any questions also, you can give a comment. I would be happy to reply you back within no time. Thank you all.